Hey everybody, it's a brand new day. All right, we're going down the rabbit hole a little more with that swan story. It started with the swan getting like eaten by that family and the babies abducted to the swan guru. And within that same article, apparently you can hunt swans in certain states. So today we've got from splitread.com, Big White Birds and the Art of Swan Hunting by Corey Molehair. Okay, here we go. So apparently this is a thing. I don't know. You see, obviously, that swan was hunted. There are 9 states in the U.S. that allow you to hunt swans. I happen to live in one of them, Utah. However, it hasn't always been smooth sledding. Sledding? Okay. For this great pastime. Between the anti-hunters buying tags during the early stages to keep the hunters from actually harvesting swans, to the hunt almost being shut down due to the trumpeter swan that would migrate through. All right. Hunting swans here in the Beehive State has had its uphill battles, but man, oh man, the reward of hunting North America's largest waterfowl is one you won't soon forget. All right, let's see. Swan hunting is different from other types of waterfowl hunting. You only get one tag and you're only allowed one bird. At least that's the case here in Utah. You are targeting a specific trophy. The goal? Shooting a mature, pure white swan, ideally a tundra swan. Most states that allow swan hunting strongly discourage the harvesting of trumpeter swans, but it happens. Some hunters target them. Others happen to shoot them by accident. After years of guiding for swans, I've learned that there can be quite an addicting bird to chase. Swans are, okay. They aren't the smartest bird in the world, per se, but I would imagine that's due to the lack of hunting pressure they receive. However, they are magnificent birds to watch and chase. There's something about seeing a bird with a 7 to 8 whoa, really? That's a big wingspan. A head the size of a widgeon, feet the size of a teal, and a neck the length of a giant Canada goose. Locked in on your decoys. Okay, so they put out decoys. Interesting. When hunting swans over water, decoys can range anywhere from giant floating decoys to white silhouettes with long stakes to stick in the water. A trash bag. Wait, to trash bags blown up and tied off with a duck decoy in the bottom to keep it anchored down. Oh my God. I personally haven't used the trash bag method, but I know plenty of people who have. Spreads can range anywhere from 4 to, wait, what? To 100. What is that? It depends on how many trips back and forth you want to make in the boat. I personally like to take about 10 floaters and a couple dozen silhouettes. I think that makes a good, realistic, and effective spread. Oh, God. That's interesting. They are huge. I mean, if they're an invasive species, I mean, I guess it's good to get rid of them. Can you eat them? That's the thing, because I wouldn't want to shoot it and kill it unless you could eat it. Because I used to duck hunt back in the day, but we would eat the ducks. I don't know. So how do you go about hunting swans? Unfortunately, not a lot of waterfowlers get to enjoy this treat of the waterfowl hunting world. Swans seem to migrate similarly to snow geese in the sense that they tend to come in great big pushes all at once, then leave in great big pushes all at once. Okay. That means when word gets around that the swans are in the valley, hunters from all over the county or from the country with tags in their pockets make to the Great Salt Lake Valley. Hop in any sort of boat they can find, from airboats to long-tail motor john boats, and set up for these big white 747s. Okay, once you're lucky enough to kill one, you can bet on the fact that your phone will be blown up with texts and DMs on your phone with people priming you for info. Hey man, any hints on where you shot that bird? Hey dude, great looking swan. You think you could tell me where you shot him? God. The nice thing is you only have one tag to fill, and once it's filled, You can either focus your efforts on ducks or geese or help your friends fill their tags. Or in my case, help your clients fill their tags. Dude, I think the swan world goes deep, man. I don't know. From that other article with the kids kidnapping and cooking that other swan, I don't know, man. Maybe there's like, I don't know. Let's see. The hunt itself is pretty low key. You get there early in the morning and sure you get a top spot. You set out your decoys along whatever duck decoys you can fit. Let the hunt begin. When you're swan hunting, everything comes second. Ducks can pass the time if you have ducks circling the decoys and swans on the horizon. The ducks are getting a free pass while you focus your attention on the swans. Okay. Then the whoos break out. It's almost comical. I bet so, especially when you're hunting in a high pressure area. Let's see. Mouth calling swans seems to be the choice of most hunters. And the sound made by everyone is a version of a very loud and very high-pitched who. Wow. The even funnier part, it works. Yeah, I guess they're not very smart. It accurately mimics the call of a tundra swan, and they'll turn and take a look when you're giving them something to listen to. The more noise, the better, it seems. The sound of a bunch of grown men with shotguns hiding in camo hooing at swans is something you might read about in science fiction novels. Yeah, that's great, dude. Just a bunch of grown men with shotguns hooing. Yeah. But here in Utah, it happens every day. Okay. From the opener to the end of swan hunt in early December or when the season shuts down early by the quota. All right. With the swans locking on your decoy is real fun. Oh God, here we go. All right, swans are huge. That's well established. But people tend to forget with those giant wings, they may look big and clunky. They're covering a lot of ground. They're fast. Okay, apparently they're fast, shifty little freaks. Swans are. You've seen more hunters than I can think of shoot at swans and miss. Really? Too many swans takes BBs to the body and fly off unharmed because underneath all those down feathers is a giant layer of fat. Interesting. Okay, those birds aren't going down unless you hit them right in the neck or higher. Once you hit them, they'll come crashing down. It's quite the spectacle to see a bird that big come falling out of the sky like that. Yeah, I guess you maybe would need to hit them in the head. You need to shoot turkeys in the head. But you would think, like, if you had like some BB like 12 gauge or something, you'd take them down. Maybe they do 10 gauge. I don't know. Interesting. But I could see it not getting through all that fat. Huh. It's pretty amazing to see those birds come flying in from so far off, starting to lower in elevation. They don't circle. Okay, they're too big for that. They look like they're flying away as they circle at first. They need that much room to break down in elevation. Then they start gliding into the decoys, and it's go time. When you shoot and see the big white bird fall out of the sky, it's like a special feeling. Yeah. Swan hunting isn't quite as cerebral as turkey hunting. I mean, turkeys just kind of sit there. Turkeys aren't that smart either. Turkey, I don't know. I've been turkey hunting a few times. It's okay. I don't know. I like duck hunting a lot because it's just like, it's in and out. Like you're not sitting there all day. You just go out there and like 45 minutes you're done. And ducks are delicious. It's addicting swan hunting, he says. It's something that you look forward to all year. And then with one pull of the trigger, it's over. Dang. But that one pull of the trigger is something that makes a grown man jump and shout like little schoolgirls. Okay. That's why Utah has become such a hot destination during October through December. Everyone wants their chance at the big white birds. Don't you? No, I can't say that I do. I mean, do you eat them? Like what? I guess maybe I don't know. I get the sport angle of it, but I'd want to eat it, you know? I don't know. Anyway, well, that was a little update. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.